it is Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my second trimester video. So I'm gonna share with you guys all how it went. I'm officially starting my third trimester now. I'm gonna share all the things, the clothes that I've been loving, just how my second trimester went as a whole, and the things that have really helped me, etc. So if you guys want to hear more about that, first of all, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything else on my channel. But other than that, if you want to hear all things second trimester, you can go ahead and keep on watching this video. Okay, so today we are diving into all things second trimester. I'm officially starting my third trimester. I can't believe how fast it's going. Like, it feels like it's going very fast, but then it also feels like I've been pregnant forever at the same time. It's a very weird thing to navigate. But overall, my second trimester has been great. So much easier than the first. Any moms out there know first trimester can be a little tricky, especially if you suffer from nausea, which I definitely did. I had a lot of nausea, I had a lot of vomiting. And so second trimester has kind of been a little bit easier for me, which I'm very grateful for. And I will say though up front, let's start from the beginning. So my second trimester started, and for some odd reason, I'm not sure why, my nausea kept going into my second trimester. It didn't stop like everyone said it would. It literally just kept on kicking. Something that actually happened in the first few weeks of my second trimester was it actually progressed more into vomiting than it really did nausea. I was actually throwing up more. We planned a trip within those first few weeks of my second trimester just because of COVID. We didn't know if we were gonna be able to have a regular baby moon towards the end. So we went to Asheville, North Carolina. We drove. We had an amazing time, but one of the days I ended up getting so sick when we decided to drive through the mountains and do all the scenic views, and there was a lot of vomiting. We had to cancel our dinner reservations at the only place I really wanted to go to. We had to make reservations 2 weeks early. So I was a little disappointed, but I realized at that point I needed to do what people were suggesting to me, which was to take Unisom. At first I was a little hesitant. I'll be honest, I was nervous. I was I don't know if I should be taking extra things while I'm pregnant. People assured me it was safe. My doctor assured me it was safe. I just didn't want to be taking it all the time. But lo and behold, Unisom was a game changer, lifesaver for me. I don't know exactly why, and I've researched it a tiny bit, and from what I've seen, Unisom actually started as an anti-nausea medication when they first created it, but apparently it made people really tired, so they redid it as a sleeping pill, but it is like an antihistamine, anti-nausea, so it is incredible for pregnancy, you guys. I'm telling you, I did not vomit once from the time I started taking Unisom. The cocktail that my doctor recommended to me, and everyone else did as well, was to take Unisom and B6, vitamin B6 together. I don't honestly really know what the B6 does, I'll just be honest, but I just listened. But I took the two together, and I would take it before bed, and I literally had no more nausea, no more vomiting. It was amazing, and I also was sleeping better. There is a lot of insomnia when it comes to pregnancy, and I was getting it horribly. I was not able to stay asleep. If I woke up at all during the night, I could not go back to sleep. I would be up for hours, which is just really frustrating when you're tired and you don't feel good, you just want to sleep. So I took Unisom and B6 through almost all of my second trimester, I will say that, religiously, and it was a lifesaver for me. Pretty much everyone I've talked to said it's helped. I've talked to one person that said it did nothing for her, that I was oh God, that sucks. I'm so sorry, but it was amazing for me. But so that was how my second trimester started. I still had the nausea, I still had the vomiting, discovered the Unisom, which was great. And then from there on out, I can say I really started to feel more like myself again. And I think something that really helped me with that was staying kind of active. They say you should have a physical activity like so much throughout your entire pregnancy, but I found that as long as I worked out at least twice a week, I found prenatal workouts on YouTube. I kind of like made my own up. I just did easy cardio, strength training. I couldn't jog anymore or run outside, which is my favorite. Once I got farther into my second trimester, because it literally started to feel like a bowling ball kind of like hanging and bouncing around. But I found that doing these prenatal workouts at least twice a week helped me, you know, number one, stay healthy, not gain a crazy amount of weight, but also I think it just made me feel better. I had energy. I still felt good about myself. I feel like I really started to feel really good when I got in that schedule and just as I got further through my second trimester. So I found being active, I also work on my feet a lot. That really helped me. But I think, this could just be my opinion, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. I feel like a lot of women when they get pregnant are like, oh, I'm tired, I can't do anything, I'm eating for two, and they just start like laying around and eating like shit all the time. And I definitely had little like days of that, but I realized I actually felt worse when I did that. So for me, I had to really focus on still taking care of myself throughout my pregnancy while I was taking care of my baby because my health, you know, is directly impacting hers. So I had to make sure I was being good for me, getting plenty of rest, all of the above. So I think that really helped me. Everyone calls the second trimester kind of like your honeymoon phase. It really is because I felt so good physically once the nausea and everything was gone. I had like my belly starting, which I'll give you guys a sneak peek if you're watching this on YouTube. Like, she's all out. Then I have the line here. So I'm at the beginning of my third trimester right now, and I have gained 18 pounds so far. They say up to 35-ish, a little bit more is healthy. So I'm pretty on track to be in the 30s, it seems like, if I keep gaining weight at the same rate. But the honeymoon thing is true. Like, I started feeling so much better. I was being more myself again. I could eat normal again. I wasn't like worried about eating too much in one sitting. The nausea was gone. And honestly, I don't know what it is, but food, like everything tastes so much better when you're pregnant. I don't know what it is. Not in the first trimester, definitely, but in the second, like everything just tastes so good to me. Like I can eat pizza, oh my God, tacos, and everything just tastes like even better than I ever remember it tasting, which is easy to eat like crap. I will say that. And I've had to keep myself in check, like I said. And I did notice towards the end that I'm normally not a sweets or dessert person. I'm normally much more like I will take bread and a dipping oil any day over a piece of cake. Like I'll be honest, like I am someone that when there's cake, I literally take the frosting off of it and just eat the cake. But towards the second half of my second trimester, I found myself craving a lot more chocolate, sweets, cookies, desserts, things like that, which can be a slippery slope because I did find myself wanting to snack and do more of that at night, like after dinner. And so something that I did that has been really saving me, I mean, you guys, don't get me wrong, I'm eating the fucking chocolate, I'm eating the cookies, like I'm still eating things. But what I try to do on most days, unless I'm like really just like, fuck it, let's have dessert, is I bought number one, Ben & Jerry's has little freezer bags and they are bite-sized cookie dough that's safe to eat. It has no raw eggs in it, and brownie bites, that they're little tiny little pieces. So I got those. And what I do is I actually make a fruit tray or a fruit plate for myself at night to munch on while I'm like watching TV and stuff. And it's really helped me because number one, I feel like I'm eating a lot because it's a lot of little pieces of fruit. I'll do like strawberries, blueberries, apples, pears, grapes, clementines. I have all kinds of stuff. I'm not even joking, like all the fruit all at the same time. But then I'll put like a tiny little pile of the cookie dough and brownie bites on the tray. So it's like #balance is how I look at it. Everything in moderation. But I find that it's my sweet tooth is good with the fruit. It's healthier. Like I said, it feels like I'm eating more. but I'm still seeking in that little treat and not like depriving myself and being like, no, you can't have any cookie dough. You can't have any of these things. So that's been my savior at night for snacking. I will say that. So much so, like keeping me on track and not going crazy with the desserts and things like that. Now, as far as my body, I showed you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, you got to see my belly. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you've seen my belly all over Instagram. I'm wearing a lot of crop tops while I'm at home because that's the only place I can wear them. But other than that, like my body has been really good. My boobs are huge. I've never had boobs this big before. Your nipples get bigger. Like everything's just bigger. Just be honest, because it's being prepared for baby, breastfeeding, all the things. I do want to share with you guys one thing that I really fell in love with as far as the boobs. And if you are listening to this on the podcast, go to the YouTube video and watch if you want any of these links, because I'll have all these items linked on there. But here are these bras I got at Target. They are jockey and they have removable cups. These are the most comfortable things. Like I will wear these the rest of my life. They come in a 2-pack, like a nude and a black together, super cheap. They were under 20 bucks and I've been wearing these nonstop because my bras didn't fit anymore. Highly, highly, highly recommend. I know there's like dupes for these on Amazon all over the place. I will link these specifically, but I have been wearing these every single day. I'm gonna get some more just for even after the baby's here, just so I have more pairs because I really did fall in love with this bra. So to continue with like the clothing things, I had to start wearing my maternity pants at around week 20 was the first time I actually wore maternity jeans. I could still do my regular leggings for a while if I just rolled them down, but there came a point that like even that wasn't working anymore. So beyond 20-ish weeks, I had to go into full-on maternity pants, maternity leggings, all the things. And I can say my favorite ones I have found so far that are affordable, they're not breaking the bank, they have so many different styles, I'm just completely in love, was Old Navy. So I want to show you guys 2 of the pairs. Again, if you're listening on the podcast, go watch this video on YouTube. But like they have so many cute styles, destroyed denim, some pairs that had the low panel that just goes under the belly. And then I also got some pairs that have the full panel that covers your entire stomach. But again, like Old Navy has so many washes, colors, styles, lengths, like short, long. It was the most easy way for me to buy maternity jeans because I literally just continued buying the same pant size and it was perfect in the maternity size as well. So it was really easy to stock up. I think I got 4 or 5 pairs when they were having a sale on denim. And I got, you know, like a black one, a light one, a couple of the destroyed pairs like the ones I just showed you guys. Personally, I like the low panel and the full panel. Like both of them work for me. I know some people are a little more choosy about which style they prefer, but really both of them have worked for me perfectly. And I want to show you guys the greatest shirts ever I discovered on a whim. This one still has a tag on it actually because I bought one and bought 4 more because after I bought one and I wore it, I was like, this is the greatest shirt ever for pregnant women, for maternity, like holy shit. It's from American Eagle from the Aerie website. If you guys go on there, I will link it. Oh my God, it is the softest material. Their sizing runs really big. So this is actually an extra small, which I was a little nervous about getting an extra small, but it fits perfectly. If you guys are listening on the podcast, you have seen me share this so much on Instagram. I wear these all the time, and I love that I will be able to wear this beyond my pregnancy. That's one thing a lot of people told me was don't waste a lot of money on pregnancy clothes because if it's strictly maternity, like you're not gonna wear it again. So I love that I can wear these still. It comes in a ton of colors, super soft, long enough for leggings, covers your butt, has this cute little cut on the side, and I'm just obsessed with the fabric. I can wear this with jeans, with leggings, with boots, like it has been the most versatile piece. Like I said, I ordered one, and after I got it, I went right back on the website and ordered like 4 more colors because I am obsessed. I've linked it on my Instagram, and everybody else has bought them and told me they're obsessed. Just absolutely love these shirts. American Eagle has a lot of really great oversized sweaters and sweatshirts too that I find are really easy to transition that I'll be able to wear now, and I'll totally still use them after my pregnancy. So American Eagle, jump on it. Now, I do want to talk a little bit more about like preparing and things like that. So I'm talking about how good I felt physically and the clothes and everything, but I do want to discuss this. And I talked about it a little bit on my Instagram if you guys follow me. The mental changes kind of came in hot, to be completely honest. I wasn't expecting them, but somehow at the end of my second trimester, like things just started feeling a lot more real. I think a lot of it was, feeling the baby start to kick and move and starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger every single week. Seeing her on the 3D ultrasound, like things just start becoming a lot more real, and getting the nursery ready was another thing that was very real for us. Right now, I am 28 weeks when I'm recording this, so we have the crib put together, we have a dresser put together, but everything else, it's gonna be on our registry, so we have to wait. So I've made my Amazon registry. It's COVID, so we can't really have a normal shower, so we're kind of having a stop-by shower at my beauty bar that I own, just because we have the space. It's a weird transition where it's oh my God, we have so many things to get ready. There's so many things to worry about. Do you have everything? What are you gonna need? What are you not gonna need? What do you bring to the hospital? What is labor gonna be like? Thinking about your vag and the aftermath, because a lot of people don't talk about the physical postpartum for the mothers. It's gonna come out. So that's gonna be a thing down here. And I've been researching the Freedom On products. I've got them on my registry. I am learning all the things, so I'm a little more ready for it. But there were a few moments where it just got very real, and I almost had a little bit of anxiety thinking about delivery and just how much things are gonna change. And there actually was a moment where one of the girls that works at the beauty bar for me had to send a training video. She's a spray tan trainer, so she had to send this video off to the company of her spraying someone to show technique and stuff. And she asked me if I would do it. And I was like, you want me to do it in this body, right now? So I had to wear a bikini and have her spray tan me, and she was recording a video to send to the business. So I was like, oh, send it to me. Maybe I can use it for some marketing stuff. And I hadn't seen myself yet from someone else's perspective, especially that almost naked, in a bikini. And when I first saw it, it was oh my God. You don't even feel like yourself in your own body anymore. And that's the simplest way I can put it, especially if you are someone that's always, like to look cute and get dressed up and take care of yourself. It's very weird to see yourself changing like that. And I kind of got in my feelings about it a little bit, and had a moment where I was just oh my God, this is a lot. Oh my gosh, am I gaining too much weight? What is this? And, I just had to remind myself to fucking stop, snap out of it. You're growing a baby. But something I did realize during that time that I do want to stress to you guys was, when I was talking about it, I almost felt guilty or ashamed, or people were going to think I wasn't grateful if I was talking about these difficult feelings I was having during my pregnancy. And, someone even said to me oh my God, don't say anything like that about your body. What about people that actually are fat? And I'm I'm not trying to say that. And I also, don't ever want to come off as being insensitive to people that cannot have children, cannot get pregnant, people that do have way more than I do. And at the same time, I think it's so important for us women going through these changes to realize that our feelings are absolutely valid. You have every reason to feel them, and it's okay to feel them, and you don't need to justify why you're feeling them, because you are going through so much during these 9 to 10 months. It's not easy, and there are difficult parts, and there's worries, and your body is weird, and it's doing things, and you don't feel like yourself anymore. And I did just want to speak on that a little bit, because I was so worried that people were going to think I was being insensitive if they were someone who struggled with infertility or could not get pregnant. And at the same time, it was but my feelings are valid, and I need to be able to talk about them. I've always been extremely vulnerable. You guys know, if you follow me, I've talked about everything from my addiction, all of the above. And so it was really important to me that I show those parts of my pregnancy as well, because I didn't want it to just be the highlight reel of my pregnancy. I wanted people to see the real sides of it, the worries, the stresses, the changes, the anxiety, the not feeling comfortable, just all the things. And so it definitely is something I noticed more towards the end of the second trimester. Things I just started to worry about more, stress about. Is this going to be okay? Am I going to do this right? Just so many things that go through your head. And I just have to keep reminding myself, like, so many women have done this. They've made it. They've survived. I'm going to be just fine too. Now, as I'm taking a drink of water really quickly, this is one last thing I want to tell you guys about that actually just happened to me yesterday. So I really, really want to share it. They have been telling me the entire time during my pregnancy, like, make sure you drink enough water, make sure you drink enough water. And I was like, okay, sure. I am not a good water drinker. I'm terrible at drinking water. I'll be completely honest. Like, I suck at drinking water. Something that has really helped me first, I will say, is the liquid IV packets. If you guys have seen a lot of influencers talk about those, they were a game changer for me. I have a code for you guys if you want to check them out. I'll have it linked in the description bar on YouTube. If you go to liquidiv.com and use the code, you'll get a discount. I'll also link it on the podcast in the show notes. I'm always sharing it on my Instagram. That is one thing that helps me drink more water, but I still suck at drinking water. And they kept telling me, make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure you're drinking enough water. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm drinking water. Okay, like, I've got this cup with me, cute. I'll drink some water. Like, I wasn't taking it seriously. And yesterday, I noticed recently, and it's totally normal to have Braxton Hicks contractions during your third trimester and to the end of your second, they start. And basically what it feels like is they're not painful like labor contractions, but your stomach just gets really tight and kind of uncomfortable and stretched and hard. And like I said, it's normal to have them. And I had experienced them a little bit, but yesterday I noticed I was getting them multiple times in an hour, and like I was noticing it a lot, and I was like, this is too much. Like, this shouldn't be happening this often. There's no way this isn't labor. Like, what is going on? And when I went to the bathroom, I actually had a small speckle of like spotting, and I mean, it was so little that I literally had to like check again to make sure that's actually what it was. But I, kind of panicked, and I called my doctor, and the first thing they said was, well, number one, did you have sex? Because you can bleed if you've had sex within, I think, 3 days when you're pregnant. Like, that can still happen. But they were like, it sounds like you're dehydrated. Have you drank a lot of water? And I was like, no. And literally yesterday when I thought about it, I had coffee in the morning. I made myself a cup of tea around lunchtime and maybe had half a glass of water after that, and that was it. So like, no water. And this all started around dinner. And they were like, okay, sounds like you're dehydrated, and dehydration can cause contractions and Braxton Hicks to happen, and to happen a lot more frequently. So they told me, drink some water, take it easy the rest of the day, just relax. Obviously, they told me if I was actually bleeding anymore to go to the hospital, but it seemed to help. They told me I should be drinking at least a half gallon a day. So I bought a water bottle on Amazon with the time marks on it. It's getting delivered today. But yeah, they basically told me, like, you have to drink at least a half gallon of water a day because you're getting dehydrated. Your baby can get dehydrated. Like, these are all very important things. So note to self for all of you out there, when they tell you to drink water, listen, because I had a little scare yesterday and I was a little worried for a few minutes about what was going on. So I'm definitely drinking all the water from here on out. Oh, and the last thing I completely forgot about, and I do want to mention, is the glucose test. So I did my glucose test about 2 weeks ago, and I feel like so many people were like psyching me up for it. Like, oh, it's horrible. It's so gross. You got to drink the thing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh God. And then if you fail the 1 hour test, they make you take the 3 hour test. And I was like, oh no. And all these people told me they failed it. And I was just like, here we go. Like, what's going to happen? I just want to be honest with you guys. I went in, I made Andrew go with me for the 1 hour test just to keep me company. The drink was not that bad. It was literally like syrup to make like a high C or something. I did the orange flavor. They gave it to me cold, which was nice. So you have 5 minutes to chug this bottle that's about this big. You drink it. You wait an hour. They take your blood. That's it. It's really not as big of a deal as people make it out to be. I literally said, I was like, that was like nothing. The only thing I can say about it is I can see where it's kind of heavy and sugary, where if you had to do the 3 hour one on an empty stomach, which they make you fast for that one, I can see where it would make you a little ugh. It wasn't too bad. I could feel it a little bit towards the end where I was like, I'm just ready to like eat some carbs because they told me to eat nothing but protein before. So I had 2 scrambled eggs and that was it. So I was like ready to eat after just to get something in my stomach to like soak that up. But other than that, like it really wasn't that bad. And that's how they test for gestational diabetes. So I passed, I did not fail. So I'm good to go. So I don't have to do the 3-hour one. I'm thinking of all y'all that had to though, because I know that one was probably a little just like long and a little more ugh. And thankfully I didn't have to do that. So that was a relief for me. So I am really excited to be in my 3rd trimester now. Home stretch is coming. The nursery is getting set up. It's becoming a lot more real. And like I said, it feels like it's like, I'm always like, oh, I got some time. And then I'm like, no, I don't. That's not that much time. So I go back and forth, but I'm very, very excited. I hope you guys learned something. Maybe if you stumbled on this video, if you're in your pregnancy, congratulations. I hope maybe this gave you a little more information of what to expect or some things you might want to try out during your pregnancy. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say now. And I'm gonna go relax in my sweatpants and my shirt because this is what we're like when we're at home during pregnancy, let's be honest. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube so you don't miss anything else. Give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below if you are going through pregnancy, if any of this resonated with you, any of the things. I will have my face on the screen here per usual. If you click it, you'll be subscribed to my channel. I'll also have some other videos for you guys to check out as well. But other than that, I think that is all I have for you guys today. So I will catch you in the next video. Bye.